Good afternoon. It is Thanksgiving Day. I only just got up just before noon because I couldn't fall asleep last night. So, last night, I made some chocolate chip cookies and froze some of the dough, and I'm gonna bag them up now so that I can pull out just a few at a time if I want. I only actually baked a few. I don't know, maybe 10. So these are going to be for later. I made the dough in my bread machine, and it didn't really mix it good. I had to run it through 2 cycles of the cookie dough setting. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do that again when I can just use my hand mixer and make them. So I'm going to bag these up and make my breakfast. What you doing, Bonnie? So they were still kind of sticky, so I wrapped them in the parchment paper. My breakfast today is coffee and cheesy eggs. I made 2 eggs today instead of just one, with some cheddar cheese. What you doing, Bonnie? Oh, it's cold. It's so cold out here. Going back inside. You want to come in? Are you coming in? Okay. So it is 36 degrees out there. Way too cold to do anything out there. I am going to get vegetables later, and I'm going to make some wonton soup with those vegetables. I have green onions and some kind of greens out there. Isn't that right, Bonnie? I've done so bad on saving money this year. I don't know, I think just here and there, spending money on things, not really keeping track of things. I really need to crack down. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of map out how much I need to go to Germany. So it's going to take me at least a year to save for this trip. So it won't be happening until 2027 if I'm still around. So I need to map out how much it's going to cost to board Bonnie. And prices could go up, but I'm going to go by what it is now. Gonna find out, gonna need to rent a car. Don't need to, but I want to, so I can go to different places. Where I'm going is kind of in the country. It's not in a big city. I want to go back around where I used to live, near the Mosel River. Probably stay either on the Rhine River or the Mosel. And if that's too, I kind of want to do that. I thought about renting an Airbnb or something out in the country to make it cheaper. But I want to be able to walk out of a little hotel and get something to eat and walk around town and not have to drive 30 or 40 minutes to get food or groceries. And I know it's cheaper that way, but also the Airbnbs, I don't know if it's so much in Germany, but here in other places, they take away housing from people. I know people make a living with their Airbnbs, and sometimes they are not corporations that own these houses for rent, but sometimes it is. And I'd rather give my money to a little hotel, like a tiny little boutique hotel, maybe pay a little bit more. And if I'm on vacation, do I really want to be cooking food? Not really. I know that's the cheap way to do things, but I can eat from a grocery store. I can buy a little salad or a sandwich or something, a ready-made sandwich, or even, as long as the hotel has a refrigerator, I can even buy the things to make small meals, like a sandwich or something. My daughter and I did that when we went on our trip to Scotland last year. So we did eat in restaurants, but a lot of times we just went to a grocery store and got some things to make in the room. And then our hotels were pretty sure they all had breakfast included. So we ate in the hotel before. I know the one did. I can't remember now if the one in Inverness was like that too. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, and sometimes you don't really need to eat a full meal. Just grabbing a snack or something, or like a ready-made salad is enough for a meal, especially an evening meal, because those are the most expensive. So anyway, I am going to give myself a budget for meals for a day. I'm going to look up on booking.com because that's usually the website I use to book my hotels and stuff. And I might even stay at a youth hostel. I don't know. There used to be one on the Rhine River, and we stayed at back in 2009 when I took my kids back. It was really cheap because we had me, my two kids, my son's friend, and one of my friends go with us. So there was 5 of us, and we stayed in this room that had bunk beds. Everybody had their own bed, and the bathroom was down the hall, which was fine. It was like a dorm bathroom, and they had private showers, kind of private showers anyway. And that wasn't horrendous. I could do that again. It was really cheap, cheaper than a hotel. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that hostel was in a castle overlooking the Rhine River. So it was kind of cool. Part of me wants to go to Eastern Germany and go hunting castles, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think I'm going to be limited on time and money because I'm not working anymore, and just depends on how much I can save. Really need to crack down on my spending. It doesn't seem like I'm spending that much, but the money's going somewhere. You don't like that vinegar smell? It'll It'll go away. I use these washable cleaning cloths for my mop. I think it's a Swiffer brand, but I bought these a long time ago on Amazon, and I just reuse them. I haven't bought the disposable ones in years. I am just going along with a rag towel and drying what I can, because it is laminate flooring and I don't want I don't want water standing on my floor. Somebody does not like... It is really cold in my house. My thermostat is set on 70, and I've had my little space heater by my feet, and it's still really cold. I have been sitting though. I've been sitting looking at... I need to make my lunch. It's after 5. So I got all my clothes put up, towels put away. I did another small load of white clothes. And then I went to Delta and American Airlines and checked out their flights. So I really want to go when it's warm. But the prices were a little bit more expensive in August than they were in September, of course. I think where I'm going also is going to be more expensive in the summer because of the Rhine of Flame thing going on. So I went and put in some random dates in September and October. And Delta was like $944, and then American was $862. And insurance, I don't think it was that much the last time. When my daughter and I went to Scotland, we didn't have to use it. I thought I was going to have to because I ended up in the ER, but they didn't charge me for that, which I thought was really odd. But so I just put a random number, $200. I don't think it was that much when I got insurance, like emergency, in case there's an emergency and you have to be sent back to the US. Last year was the first time I ever had that kind of insurance, like trip insurance, which includes medical and stuff, because I always thought, it's not going to happen to me. I'm young enough. But I'm getting older. I'm a lot more clumsy than I used to be. I've always been clumsy, but it's gotten worse. Car rental for an economy size car that's an automatic was $1,163 at Enterprise. I didn't look at any other car rental companies. So years ago when I went to Germany, I went through I think it was a German company or a European company, and got a good deal, but now I can't remember the name. It starts with an M, but I don't remember the name of that company, so I can't really look it up. Anyway, and it's going to be more expensive because I can't drive a manual shift. I looked at hotels and hostels and different things, and trying to get near one of the rivers. The Rhine River, amazingly, isn't as expensive as the Moser River for some reason, at least on booking.com. I didn't look at any other sites. So for the number of days, I just kind of did a guesstimate. I came up with around $1,500 for the whole 2 weeks. Now, they vary. So I could find a place for like half of that if I really wanted to. But I don't think they're going to include breakfast, and it's just the basics, and I think it's just like a shared area. Now, and not in a very good spot, it just depends. And I noticed that 99% of them are apartments. I saw a really cute hotel in quotes, in Bacharach, I think it was. And they have even, that building has been divided up into apartments. So that's kind of sad. So I could go anywhere. So I think average, I think is going to be about $70 a night. Bonnie, if she's boarded at my my veterinarian, going to be around $480. I don't know if it's gone up or down. And I don't know if it's one dog or two, because that's about what it was when we boarded Emily and Chewy together. So, of course, they were boarded in the same kennel usually, so it's going to be at least that much. All these prices could go up by the time I actually go. Food, at first I put $30 a day, and then I thought if I actually stay in a hotel, I'm going to try to get one with breakfast included. However, eating out for 2 meals in Germany may be more expensive. It just depends. So I upped that to $40 a day just in case, just to have enough. And like I said, if I can find a grocery store, I can get a sandwich or stuff to make sandwiches, as long as I find a place that has a refrigerator. I don't know how many, unless you rent an apartment in Germany, I don't know how many actual hotels have refrigerators in their in the hotel rooms. It may have changed. I haven't been there since 2009, so it's been a while. And back then there were more little ghost houses, and there might still be. I just need to look around. I kind of want to stay in a little ghost house hotel that has breakfast. That's included in the price, and I can go walk out the door and walk around the little town wherever I am. One of the places we stayed when we went in 2009 was on the Mosel River. It was the very first place we stayed at, and there were so many stairs, like 100 stairs up. And luckily I was a lot younger then, but it still killed me. I don't want to do that again. It was so adorable though, the place we stayed in. And I will, if I can find them, I'll put some of the pictures of the place in here. Gas. I don't plan on going on any long trips, just I think it's an hour from Frankfurt to the area I want to go to, and then an hour back, and just driving around the Rhine and Mosel River areas. I think that's all I want to do. I don't want to go on a multi-city trip. I also need to find a hotel that has parking included, because a lot of the hotels, especially in the downtown areas, I don't think they're going to have a lot of parking. And I'm getting a very small vehicle so I can drive around these little towns easily. So my total, I don't know if I said this, this is, I don't plan on buying any souvenirs. I might go and go through a castle tour or something. I love Rheinfels Castle. It's a castle ruin. It's not really a castle anymore, but the walls are still there. Some of the walls are there, and it overlooks the Rhine River, and I really like it. So I might pay for something like that. So this is gonna increase the $5,145 is just a guesstimate. I don't know, I might add a couple $100 to this and shoot for that, plus another couple $1,000 to make sure I have enough for an emergency situation. And I'll have over 1.5 years to save for this, so surely I can save that much. Going to be eating a lot of beans and rice and more lentils, things more vegetable based than meat. Meat has gotten ridiculous, except for chicken and even some chicken. I don't like chicken breasts, which is a good thing because it's the most expensive part of a chicken. I'm gonna start cooking with ground chicken instead of ground beef more. I've done some of that. I have really cut back on my meat consumption over the last couple years because it's just getting so expensive. So I'm trying to incorporate beans and lentils and other things into and garden produce. I am planning on growing more beans. Hopefully, since I'm not doing squash except for one type of squash next year, no cucumbers. I'm going to concentrate on beans, and hopefully with the bean beetles, I can still get enough. So year before last, I did better on the beans. I had quite a bit in my freezer from the beans I grew. This past year, not so good. Not good at all. I'm going to go let her in and make my wonton soup and finish eating my cookie here. Head down the rugs. And this one over here. That one in the hallway by the door. What are you doing, Bonnie? Bonnie just ate her food. Yummy. I'm making my food. Just boiling some bouillon cubes. I'm going to go out, turn this down. I'm going to go out and find some greens after I put a jacket on because it's about 33 degrees out there right now. So cold. So I got some celery. I'm gonna wash all this up, chop it up. Got a few pieces of Swiss chard, very little, it's bug bitten. A little piece of parsley. I have a feeling all this is gonna be dead by tomorrow, by morning. And I got one kohlrabi that isn't too bug bitten. I don't know what's still alive that's eating these leaves up, but yeah. That was a volunteer kohlrabi. Kohlrabi. I did not plant that. So I'm gonna let all that cook, and I'm gonna go take the garbage down to the road, as much as I hate to. I don't want to go back out in the cold. I got my Trader Joe chicken cilantro mini wontons. I don't know how many. So apparently it only takes 1 to 2 minutes to cook these. Another cute little. Get the water boiling. I think this is going to be 2 servings. A lot of wontons. I put 2 cups of broth in here. Okay. What are you doing, Bonnie? Here's my wonton soup. It smells so good with the green onions from the garden and the greens from the garden. I did add a little bit of soy sauce in this. It is so cold in my house. It's going to get down to about 22 degrees tonight in the morning. I have not painted yet. I'm hoping to get up earlier tomorrow so I can work on the bathroom. I really want to get it done before game night next week. I have 6 days before game night to get that done. Oh, it's so cold. I have the heater at my feet in my bedroom. I don't think I'm going to eat a full dinner. I think I'm just going to, I'm warming up some, not warming up, I'm making some boxed mac and cheese that I bought the other day. And I think that's what I'm going to have. And then I'm going to try to go to bed before midnight, hopefully. So I figured out if I save $7,000 is going to be my goal to save for this trip, just for the trip, plus emergency fund. So some things are going to change. I think I get a small cost of living from Social Security and maybe my pension. I think I got an email about both those. And they're like 2% or some pittance. But I think my health insurance is going up. I Googled it and it said it would go up over 12%. So that's just canceling out any kind of cost of living I get. So I expect more will be coming out of my retirement check starting in January. So I figure I have at least around 20 months to save, 19, 20 months, depending on when I go. And if it's 20 months, that means I need to save at least $350 per month starting in January. So I'm gonna try and save that much starting in December. See how I do, at least that much. So I have a savings account at one bank. I have two banks. One already opened a savings account, and I'm going to designate that one for this trip only. And then I'm going to open another one at my other bank account, a savings account. I have two checking accounts. And that one is going to be savings for Bonnie, other emergencies, car maintenance. I don't have a lot because I don't drive that much anymore. I don't commute, so there's not a lot of wear and tear on my car. Like when I got this summer I got my vehicle, keep checking so it doesn't boil over. I got my oil changed, and it's supposed to be based on the average mileage or whatever they use. I'm supposed to get it redone and done again in December, which is in like a week. But I haven't gone far enough to warrant getting, like, the mileage isn't enough to warrant getting the oil changed again. So I don't think, unless something horrible happens, I don't think I'm gonna need anything. My tires are good because, again, I don't have a lot of wear and tear. So unless something drastic happens, I shouldn't have to spend a lot on my car the next year. I am going to save, though. I haven't decided how much to save for that. Over the next month, I need to designate. So I have about $900 of free money that doesn't have to go somewhere. Let me check on my noodles, my macaroni. I'm going to make a list. So I'm going to have Germany, $350 per month. It's going to be a 20-month plan. Or maybe 50. Bonnie. She's only 2 years old, so I think we'll just have to get her shots and stuff once a year. And of course, she's looking up at the ceiling she's creeping me out again. She's laying in the hall in the dark, and she was literally staring up at the ceiling up there by the bathroom. Yeah, creeping me out. Not this morning, early morning, at night when I was trying to go to sleep, she wouldn't, and that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't been getting up earlier, is because she's going back in the hall. What are you doing, Bonnie? Bonnie, no creepy stuff. Okay. So she has been, not to get off on track, but she has been barking. Like, I'll be laying in my bed trying to sleep, and she will start barking at, like, the doorway. And then she'll come in here and sit and bark outside. I let her out last night again, and she does this all the time. You spooking me. That's the hot air coming up, or the cold air. That's the heater. The heat pump is on and it's blowing. She's weirded out by it. But anyway, I let her out. I didn't get up every time, but I finally did because she was whining and barking at something. And I let her out. She like ran around the porch and came right back in. She didn't even go off the porch, and she was like staring at my outbuilding like something was in there. She better not do it tonight, because I'm going to go to sleep, get up early so I can work. Do you want to go back out there? I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, I just want to sleep tonight. $50 a month for her. That way we can take care of things for her. If she needs to go to the doctor, if she gets sick or something, that would be $600 a year. So that should be enough. I think shots and stuff are under $200 for a a vet visit and shots. I'm pretty sure it's under $200. And she's a little dog, so everything will be cheaper, I think. I'm going to have a me fund, $50 a month, that I can go out to eat with, take little trips. That way, it's not just gone. It's not like I can go somewhere, like if I want to go somewhere that costs more money, I have to take it out of that fund. And that's $600 a year again. Maybe I should do 100. What does that come to? We'll do 100 so we can go different places and sightsee. Well, I can still get around. So that is barking at the neighbors. I'm watching you. Okay. Yeah, I want to have fun while I still can. So I think I'm going to keep that at $100. And I will designate that with any eating out. So it will come out of... So we're just going to have a emergency fund. Gonna do 100 bird feed. Go $25 a month. I also think I'm going to I think I'm going to increase my food budget so I can keep making Bonnie some food, and then also buy some kibble to go with it. But we got a free coupon. We got a free coupon for a 4-pound bag. This place is in Frankfurt. So the dog food is called The Best in Breed. I don't know what that... It's a veterinary formulated company. Dog food. So I'm going to I might go tomorrow and pick that up. Then I have another coupon for so much off different sized bags. That was Dr. Gary's Best Breed Holistic Pet Nutrition. That's probably going to be super expensive. So when I go, I will check out the prices to see if I really want to go and get more. So yeah, I think I'm going to increase my my food budget a little bit. That way I can buy her food too. We'll go 50 for the garden for now. The biggest thing is the compost I get in this springtime is probably the biggest thing. So I don't think I'm going to need very many seeds this year. This is the plan for now. It might change in January, depending on how high my insurance bill goes. And I will probably have extra. And if there's extra, because I have one more Lowe's payment, it's not very much, and I can just stick that in one of the, probably stick it in my emergency fund, because right now that's almost non-existent, and that's not good. I know better. I've gotten out of debt twice, completely out of debt, and then went right back into it. So not including my house. Yeah, I've had a mortgage during this time, so yeah, I'm not good with money at all, which is why why I named my channel what I did, because I'm trying, and I do good for a while, and then I don't do so good. I'm gonna finish making my mac and cheese, eat a little bowl of it, and then try and get into bed in the next couple hours. Hopefully Bonnie will chill out tonight. Thank you all for watching. Not too exciting today. Take care. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving if you're in the US. Bye.